Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So the topic I'm going to be talking about today is how to write the best and the answers which are needed for full marks in CBSE. First of all, I scored 98.4 in class 10th boards and I have scored 96% in class 12th boards as well. I left about 6 to 7 marks in my physics paper and still I scored 95 in physics because I know how to write the answers. I knew how to frame an answer even though I did not know what content I should write in it, and therefore I got grace marks for that as well. And therefore, I believe I can tell you some things about how to write your answers perfectly in CBSE. So the first thing I want to be telling you is explain your answers as if you're teaching a 5-year-old. Let's say you are using a theorem in your answers, then every single person you know knows that theorem. Even if it is the most basic theorem like midpoint theorem in class 9th, you still have to mention it in the question. Along with that, even after you mention it, if you have time, you should also explain it fully as well. What writing the explanation does for you is it not just tells the teacher that you know the theorem and know how to apply it, it also tells the teacher that you know how to prove and you know the theorem deeply as well. Even after your answer is wrong after getting this, you will still get the marks because you know what the theorem is, therefore you know how to apply it. The second point is something that a lot of people miss. So I would like to recommend you guys always think before you write an answer. Sometimes in the panic of the exam, we write random sentences and then forget the ones which were actually important. 2 questions later, we realize, oh shit, I did not write this sentence, and that makes बहुत ज़्यादा भसड़ मच जाती है भाई आंसर में. Simple बात बोलूं, simple thing I'll tell you. Always keep clarity of thought before writing your answers. Always keep clarity of thought. Every single answer that you write in the exam, every single sentence could be thought upon, and even if it is not, the structure of your answer at least should be thought upon. Sometimes we look at questions and the exact answer does not strike us at that moment. So just take a minute back, relax, think about what you can write in the answer and then write it. Okay, there's no need to be rushing every single time if you're writing wrong answers. Always try to know what you are writing before you write it. Always try to know the structure. Therefore, you do not make a messy and actually make a clear, crisp, long answer. The next point, and I'm sure you know about this already, would be that always keep a bias on your keywords. Keywords are basically the words that if you use in your answer would sum the answer up. So let's say if I'm writing an answer about how blood is transported in our body, the keywords I would use is heart, aorta, vena cava, and other things like that. These are the keywords and these need to be underlined in your answer as well. Every single time you're writing an answer, think of the keywords that you need to write of that specific answer and underline them in every answer. Not just in your main exams, but also do that in PT1s, midterms, and everything. In your notes, you only need to write specific keywords of an answer, not the whole answer. You do not need to write words like the, in, and, because no one cares about them in your notes. You are the one that is going to be reading them. All you need to remember would be the keywords and you can form the sentences in the exams. And the fourth point that I want to talk about is something that some people would disagree with me about, but I would like to say is that ending lines and ending margins do not matter. Every single person would be telling you ki leave 2 lines, put a line here, does not matter. No one cares about what lines you are going to put in your answer. They care about the answer specifically. If your paper is neat, there is no need to be putting any ending margins. Just make sure they're neat because neatness puts a bias on the examiner that you have clarity of thought while writing the answer and you know the answer better than the person who has made it messy. If you know about this channel from someone else you would know that this channel is known for secret tips and some things that will actually be very practical in your exams. The 5th tip is exactly that. Get used to writing with ball pens. A lot of you would be using gel pens or fountain pens. I said no one uses fountain pens anymore, but like gel pens, avoid them. Because the boards paper that you are going to be giving, the answer sheet that is going to be given to you, is very thin and it is not of the best quality because they have to produce it for all over India, right? So they can't give you the best quality. Make sure you write with a ball pen and know how to write with a ball pen and have the best handwriting and speed with the ball pen. Start practicing writing with a ball pen from today itself because this is something that will help you a lot more than you realize. When you suddenly switch from gel to ball on the last day, your handwriting speed would be way lesser and your handwriting quality will be lesser as well. In 11th and 12th, you're going to be asked to use a ball pen everywhere. No one likes gel pen there. You would like gel pen, but the people and the teachers would not like it. Get used to a ball pen, and if you're already used to a ball pen, very great, continue it. And the sixth point I'm going to be telling you is practice is key. You practice writing good answers, you will be able to write good answers in your exams as well. But we need to know how and where to look for good answers, right? So I'm going to be introducing to you a product that I genuinely believe in, the EduCard Granth. Let me talk about the EduCard Granth first. 10-year papers of every single subject, whether it's, let me read the list for you. English, language and literature, computer application, Hindi A, Hindi B, SST, IT, science, Sanskrit, maths, basic maths standard. Every single subject has at least 10 papers in this one book. Not just papers, this book also contains the CBSE marking scheme of those papers as well. Having a source like this will actually boost your answer writing so much. And the best part is it not only considers the answers asked by CBSE, it also gives you caution and explanation points on the answers where it is required. It will give you a caution point that if you're writing this answer, do not write this part. Along with that, it also has a list of related NCERT theory for tricky questions of the exam, and it is oriented in a keyword oriented way, therefore telling you on how to write the best answers. The link for EduCard Granth and all other EduCard books is in the description. They are having a 40% off back to school offer till Monday. So go ahead and buy them now from the description from my link. Again, let me tell you, I would not be promoting a book unless I genuinely believe in it. So the seventh point I'm going to be talking about is always trust your teachers. What I'm going to be telling you is something that most people would disagree with, because most online teachers would tell you कि नहीं ऑफलाइन वाले ये करवाते हैं वो करवाते हैं ये गलत है वो गलत है हमारे पास आओ. I am not going to be telling you that. They are offline teachers for a reason and they have been qualified for a reason. They are teaching you how to write answers and how to actually study for those answers. Then trust them on it. Whenever you receive a paper checked by them, ask them multiple questions. Where I went wrong on this, where I went wrong on this. If they do not answer, you keep bugging them. Keep bugging them, because that is something that will help you a lot. This is an answer that you have written and that has been crossed by a teacher who is also going to be checking the copies of board exams. So why won't you want to have an opportunity to tell them and ask them कि इसमें क्या गलत है? अगर तुम कोई और आंसर भी लिख रहे हो, if you're typing a tuition test, you should still ask them कि okay, why did I go wrong on this? This tip is something that will help you a lot in further classes as well. Not just 10th class. No one does this in 10th class. I want you to do this because it will help you on focusing your attention on the better things and actually the things that require your attention. Instead of roaming around online for every single teacher's opinion on how to write answers, you would rather have a teacher that you already have and stick to his answer type, right? If the answer type that he is suggesting is wrong, I am always here to recheck it. There are other teachers online to recheck it. But use it for correction. Use internet for correction, not as a whole replacement of your school. And lastly, I would just like to say, every single time that you're reading the NCERT or any other reference book as well, try to read it in such a manner that you remember the keywords that are being asked. Almost all of the time you try to learn a page, you will only remember some part of it. What we are trying to do is already dissect what part we are going to be learning. Because if I tell you the vena cava is the most important organ in the body, I know that sentence is wrong. I just said it from the back of my mind. What I want you to remember is vena cava, most important organ. Not the vena cava is the most important organ, because this is something that you can already write. I already told this point before, but I just want to emphasize on it because most people do not realize this. Most people don't even read books at this point. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. So this is the night sky or sunset sky. I'm traveling currently. I'm in Bangalore, and therefore you can look at my new haircut as well.